first night of the high school football playoffs here in the Mountain State. Abby, starting tonight, it really doesn't matter what your record was coming in during the regular season. It's a new beginning tonight. Little leagues across the country got started much later than usual this year, meaning that the spring season played well into the summer, but as of now, things are still good to go for a fall season. Bridgeport Indians in the playoffs for the 27th year in a row, and if you go back even further, 36th time in the last 37 years. The Indians, as consistent a program as any in the state. They are one of many schools around the Mountain State that are going to be accepting donations for Roane County's Alex Miller, the Roane County high school football senior who unfortunately passed away a week ago after he collapsed on the field. First session of day one of the state swimming championship in the books here in Morgantown. Carson Winkie pretty emotional after his final game in his high school career, and saying that everyone doubted this team, didn't know if they would have the athletes to make up for the difference there, but I think it was said best on the sidelines, Bridgeport brought football players to this game. We really have to give it up for the high school athletes in our area that even though they didn't play this spring, were still able to earn a spot on a college roster. It's opening day, obviously. That's why you're here at any level of baseball. What's the excitement level of an opening day?
There's nothing like it at any level. I remember going back to Little League in like 1950, way back when. There's a buzz in the air. There's an energy. It's baseball. Baseball is back,
Fairmont Senior Polar Bears just too much firepower. However, could be without their starting quarterback as Gage Michael. A game-time decision tonight with an ankle injury. We'll keep you updated on that. I'm a true believer in the Shane Eckel era. Look, these guys, they were getting old school over the summer and pushing pickup trucks here in the offseason. That's got to count for something, right? How important is it for those kids to make sure they remember, it is just another game and try not to put too much pressure on themselves?
It's important, and it's bound to be a big thing on their mind. And I hope that they got plenty of rest, the night before. And
how hard was it for you to sleep, that night before the championship game back there in '78?
Usually it took me a while to get sleep before any game. I always had the same amount of butterflies as I did from the time I coached till the time I quit coaching.
What do you think the butterfly level is going to be like for you come Saturday?
I get the same feeling yet today that I did when I played and coached. It's the same old butterflies.
But what would be a prediction for this Saturday? How do you think your team's going to do?
I think they're going to play well. I have a feeling that the coach has them ready, and I'm hoping so.
What do you think a key to a game like this is, to winning a championship game?
Well, getting breaks. The football is a funny shaped ball, and it takes a lot of odd bounces, and sometimes it bounces against you, and sometimes it bounces for you. But I think I have a feeling our kids are going to play well. I really do.
All right, well, that was 100 yards with Klein Stansberry. Coach, we really appreciate your time here today, and hopefully the Bulldogs can pull out a victory there on Saturday in the championship game.
Okay, I appreciate you coming down to see me, and I've lost my wife, in the last year, and she deserved a lot of credit to putting up with me for all these nights I left her alone and taking care of the kids, and God bless her.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. Got a real special treat for you here today. It's something new we're going to try out. It's called pepperoni rolls and football, and we're going to do it with the head coach of the AA state champion Bridgeport Indians football team, head coach John Cole. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Ryan. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so let's start here. We're going to eat 10 pepperoni rolls here. Got them all laid out for us. 10 questions. We'll do one pepperoni roll a question. How's that sound?
Okay.
All right. So first questions first. You won a championship as a coach this year. Won championships before as an assistant coach, one as a head coach now. What's kind of the difference in the feelings there?
I'm really proud of our kids. It's not really that much different. My responsibilities on the football team haven't changed that much. I'm really, really happy for my coaching staff. It's a little more gratifying, but it's the payoff for the kids that I'm the most happy.
All right, so let's dig into one of these pepperoni rolls here.
Okay.
All right, doesn't matter which one.
All right.
All right, let's do it. Cheers. Oh.
You didn't do too bad.
All right, so how's that one treating you?
Pretty good, yeah.
All right, all right. Team won 13 games this year, but the two that really stood out to me this season, the Kaiser game and the Bluefield game, that championship game.
Yeah.
You probably weren't favored in either of those games. You probably weren't the betting favorite, but you were able to win those games and played very well in those games. Not often Bridgeport isn't the favorite. Do you kind of use that to kind of like those games where you all might not be the favorite?
We don't really concentrate on that too much. I don't know if it's a big deal for the kids or not. Maybe some of them. You know, we know they're big games, obviously. We want to be prepared for them. I felt warm-ups especially for the Kaiser game and for the Bluefield game that at least the linemen were ready to go. I didn't know whether we would win or not, but I knew they were going to play really, really hard. I don't know, as a coach, you can just feel that.
And especially for you kind of as a line coach, can you more so get a grip or kind of get a tell on your team with those guys up front? When that's where everything starts.
Yeah, I mean, when we're not hitting, when we're complaining about this or that or a bump or a bruise, I start getting a little nervous because I know what it takes for them, especially in the big games, what it takes for them to be successful.
All right, let's dig into the second pepperoni roll here.
Okay.
Yep, all right.
A little cheese in here.
Yeah, a lot of cheese in that one. A little bit different style there, right? All right.
So I like that one a little better, I think.
All right, well, we'll see how you feel. We got 8 more to go.
Oh, boy.
It's the 12 Sports Zone 15-second Battle Bracket Challenge.
8 local athletes from 4 different sports are squaring off in a battle of the mind. Each will have 15 seconds to give as many examples of a category, and the winner of each battle will move on to the next round. We start with the Decker region with a pair of baseball standouts.
Fruity Pebbles, Lucky Charms, Cheerios, Raisin Bran,
Kellogg's, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Cheerios, Fruit Loops, Cocoa Pebbles, Cocoa Puffs.
Same category in our soccer battle in the Decker region.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Captain Crunch, Cocoa Pebbles, Frosted Mini Wheats, Cheerios, Cocoa Puffs, Fruit Loops, Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Puffs, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Cookie Crisp, Cheerios.
Over in the Back and Stove region, we start with a battle of Marion County senior football players.
Jameis Winston, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, DK Metcalf, Julio Jones, Cam Newton, Kurt Wilger,
Zach Thomas, Ryan Tannehill, Tom Brady, Ryan Khalil,
And we finish the first round on the hard court.
Okay, LeBron James, Steph Curry, Anthony Davis, Paul George, the Leonard person, James Harden,
Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving, John Wall, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Kevin Love.
So here's a look at the results from the first round. Nick Stoniker moving on after beating Carter Patrick 5-4. Gabby Reap moving on with an 8-5 victory. Aiden Slusser defeating Zach Frazier 7-3, and Zach Snyder moving on after beating Ashton Boggs 8-6.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's way more green than I thought it'd be. Really hilly, and I mean, obviously I've never been to West Virginia, but the town itself is very spread out, and it's a beautiful town. So I've really enjoyed driving around and seeing the town and being able to meet the people here and just get to know the landscape itself.
I love it here. It exceeded my expectations for sure. I mean, I didn't really know what I was getting into, but the people out here are awesome. They've all been really nice all around the city and stuff, and couldn't have asked for a better host family too. Like they've been awesome people to stay with.
The backdrop's really nice. You look out and you see the university in the background and all the trees and stuff. So, but it's been great to play here. It's been a good atmosphere. From what I can see, is the university kind of rallies around the sports teams here, and that's definitely something that is similar to Nashville and Vanderbilt. So that's been nice to see. Even though class isn't in session, you see the billboards and just the atmosphere and people asking about the sports and stuff like that. So I mean, that means a lot to be here.
We don't have that much free time during the season, but there was an off day where we went out on Cheat Lake, so we took a pontoon boat out there, so that was a lot of fun. Got to spend the day in the sun. A couple of us got fried out there though, so I think there's a couple still recovering from some sunburns, but as far as just having a good time and an experience out here, we're doing just that.
Probably the field. It's a nice playing surface and the fans for sure. They usually pack this place pretty good, so it's a lot of fun playing in front of them.
Single A baseball, you don't always have the most fans or an intense atmosphere, and here, we have up to 1,000, maybe even more every night. So it's been a lot of fun to be able to play in front of some fans that appreciate professional baseball, cheer for you through good and bad, and you can't always find that every level you go to. So that'll be something I definitely miss.
I'll definitely miss everything about here. But yeah, no, I think literally everything about the situation out here has been awesome. I have great teammates that I get along with well, and it's just been a lot of fun being here.
The Mountain East Conference, they came out with a statement on Wednesday saying they're going to do everything they can in their power to make sure fall sports do happen in the fall. However, they're looking at playing fall sports either in the spring as kind of a combined fall and spring schedule, or maybe put everything in the spring. I mean, it's a big decision there. Under 10 to go now. Murphy heaves up a 3. Praise Chukwuduzi out of nowhere. Put back slam. Take another look. We'll slow it down for you. Coach Freeman. Look at that. We learned on Wednesday that Virginia likely won't be having high school football at all this fall, and that directly impacts teams all across West Virginia, in the Eastern Panhandle, teams in the southern part of the state around Beckley, and a team right here in our area. Looking downfield for a target, but can't find anything before being dropped by Ryan Smith. That looked like Dante Stills last night getting to the QB. Devin Vandergriff under center. Sam Romano on the outside catching passes. Brian Henderson, who was huge on defense, especially in the state title game. Joshua Jahowitz, Michael Watkins, and Jacob Eisner, just to name a few, and that's a lot of talent that Bridgeport's going to have to replace this year. And then later on, in transition, Olivia Tollin behind the back to Bonamici and 1. Huskies up by 6 after 1. Today, we get into AAA, but Abby, AAA is going to look a little bit differently this year compared to years past, at least here locally. Will Greer top 10 in a number of stats. He's 4th in passing efficiency, 6th in completion percentage, and 9th in passing yards nationally, and is top 2 in the Big 12 in 5 major categories, including those just listed. We're here in Fairmont, joined by Fairmont seniors Marley Washington. We're going to play some around the world. Pretty simple, Marley. 9 shots, 9 questions. Every time you make a shot, we'll ask you a question. All right, sound good?
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and take your first shot. Fireworks after the game, but here's one during the game. Auburn's Jake Randa all over that pitch. A 3-run blast for the son of former Pirates infielder Joe Randa. Irish down by 3. Jaden West, he fixes that, knocks down the triple. Final seconds of the first half. Kenzie Melko sizing up, pulls up, and knocks down the shot. As time expires, he ties the game at 39 all. Doddridge County, that's the team I'm going to go with. I think they're going to be the top team once again here in our region in single A. Really, I mean, until someone knocks off the top dog, so to speak, I think you have to keep them as the top dog. And yes, they're replacing a lot of talent on both sides of the ball. He's going to take this one back to the house, and then look at the wave goodbye here from Cameron Rubenstein. There he is, next to Lewis County possession. Pass tipped, and Cole there again. Back-to-back pick sixes for the sophomore. The Indians up big at the half, and they cruise. What would mean more to you, winning that first championship, doing something you all hadn't done before, or winning a second one potentially this year?
I mean, now it's winning the second one. We're in the moment now to win it. UHS has never won 1, let alone 2. So we're trying to go back to back and see what we can do.
Rivalry games, great catches, great defensive plays, playoff implications, and us probably making fun of Dylan Godet. That's what we've got on tap for you here tonight in the Honda Sports Zone. Liberty coming off a big win last week over North Marion. They travel to Kaiser tonight for their first round playoff game. Morgantown hosting number 6 Wheeling Park tonight, and a Thursday night game on the gridiron, and this one was worth the wait. This is the visiting locker room in Morgantown. At the original start time, Wheeling Park's bus got stuck in traffic. The Patriots don't get there until 7:20, and this game delayed until 8 o'clock, especially now with everything going on in our world today. I'm sure cutting down on that travel compared to the GMAC to the MEC, I'm sure it's a great move all the way around for you guys. On Monday, the WVSAC, they announced some new rules, some guidelines, and also some recommendations that they're hoping teams follow this football season. Did any of those really stick out to you? And if so, what was kind of your reaction to those, both good and bad? It's probably the biggest local talent that you all have been able to get, at least in this year's recruiting class, Corey Miles from Robert C. Byrd, the Gatorade Soccer Player of the Year for boys soccer here. What does getting a player like that both say about AB and kind of say about moving to the Mountain East Conference?